What's good, everybody? You're chilling with your girl, Alicia Marie, and I'm chilling with Carrie Simmons out here. Make sure you follow me. I am Alicia Marie Official on Instagram. I am .amarie, 3 E's on TikTok, because I'm real funny and all that. And make sure that you go ahead and stream Tree, drop November 1st on all platforms. We in here.
Now, our next guest, she is aiming to use her artistic vision to shake up the standard of music. The Carolina native is in the building. She's in the Trensetta Lounge this evening. Hey, Alicia, girl.
Hey, girl, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to get all up in your business and get into this conversation this evening.
I'm excited to spill some tea. What's up? Yeah.
Yeah, girl. How's your week going?
It's going well. I just finished stuffing my face the past like 3 days doing
Ooh,
turkey and mac and cheese
okay.
and
We love to hear
everything.
that. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I'm kind of like a sucker for stuffing. I go back for like 3, 4, 5 servings.
Oh,
Like,
okay. I
I
love
don't
a
know.
good
I like
stuffing too.
it.
I love a good mac and cheese, but I'm be honest, my
Yes,
lactose intolerant is getting worse the older I get. So I don't know if I can
yes.
handle it as much,
I
but
think everybody's lactose intolerant kicks in at a certain. I don't think we're all supposed to be having that, but it's just so good. It's like, how can you not?
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we're going to hop right into this conversation because I am just so excited to have you talking about your music, your story, and just like everything that you have coming up. I do want to rewind it for a little bit though. And I want you to take us back to when you found out that you had a passion for music. Take us back to, when you knew that this was it for you.
um, it's honestly been my dream my whole life. I've been singing since I was 8. I've been rapping since I was 14 or 16, about 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I've really just I knew it was something that I wanted to do forever. But I ended up having my son when I was 19. And at that point it was kind of like, do you chase this dream? Do you go into like a more feasible kind of like concrete check? And I
Mm-hmm.
caved for the concrete check and the 9 to 5 situation, and I worked a whole bunch of manager positions that I just had
Mm-hmm.
to like tough through all the time. And I actually had some really wild stuff occur, and ended up homeless the year of 2020. And
Mm-hmm.
I always utilize writing and stuff as like my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I never really took it serious, but when I was going through all of that, I was writing more than ever before. And somebody that I knew from music previously hit me up, and they were kind of just like, what have you been doing? Like, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Like, what's been going on? And I kind of let them know, I'm still writing, whatever, whatever. But he kind of put a fire up under me. And I think just having the time where I was really struggling and going through like my worst moments of being homeless,
Mm-hmm.
it just kind of, the music really kind of gave me purpose. Um,
Okay.
and that's kind of what made me take it serious as far as like writing and all of that kind of stuff goes. And when I
Mhm.
finally got back into my space, I moved into my home in January of 2021. I was like, you know what, whatever, let's make it, let's drop it, let's record it and make it, a real thing. And from
Mhm.
everything changed after that. It's kind of wild.
Wow, and that goes into my next question, and really, I mean, just like you just even being transparent about your story, I think that's so commendable, and you just, like, taking on, your power of using your story to really reflect that in your music. What, do were you scared to be transparent about, your story, and, like, what did that process look like to actually make that a part of your music and your artistry?
Yeah, it was really hard for me, I think, to be transparent about it at first. I was dealing with a lot of personal backlash when I was going through that. Especially just with being a mother and all of that. People like to put their own opinions on everything. So I feel like I was judged a lot just on a personal level, to how things went about in my life. I think I got a lot of doubt. A lot of people couldn't believe that I was actually getting myself back together from being in such a low place. And I
Mhm.
think once I kind of just became okay with it, I just kind of became at peace with it. Like when I got out of it and I knew I was home free from it, it was like,
Mhm.
really, what am I supposed to be ashamed of? That I hit a low and I'm okay now? I'm supposed to be
Mhm.
ashamed that I'm okay now? Like it was just
Mhm.
kind of like, I feel like maybe me speaking on something so sensitive like this can make somebody else feel like this is not the end for them if they're in the same situation that I was in. I think
Yeah.
a lot of things that are like super sensitive and touchy like this, we don't speak on because we're all clout based and we're all so focused on living our best lives for everybody. And everybody's struggling. And I think if
Yeah.
we were more honest about our struggles, um, it just would be so much more peaceful, you
I
know?
agree.
It would just be we could understand each other better instead of just trying to be better than each other all the time.
Yes, well, I love that you all. We are tuning in with Miss Alicia Marie, a music artist right here in the Trensetta Lounge. That was the first half of our interview right here with the music artist. We're going to play some more music. We got some dose of inspo. We also got the plug coming up. We'll be right back with Alicia Marie. All right, we are back in the building with Alicia Marie, music artist, coming in all the way to us from the Carolinas. And we talked about her story of persevering through homelessness and actually using that as her power and her story through her music. But I also want to talk about your inspiration. You sound like a Erica Badu type of artist
Oh,
to me. And
thank
I know we
you.
talked about this the last time you came up to Atlanta. So you give me Erica Badu vibes.
Thank
Who is
you.
your inspiration? Who is your muse?
Erica Badu is actually one of my inspirations for sure, for sure. I call myself the ratchet Erica Badu because I rap so hard body, but I sing so soft. But just all like super powerful women, like Lauryn Hill was like super life changing for me, especially like Whole Fuji's era and everything. That was everything to me. Um, I love J. Cole and Lil
Okay,
Wayne and
okay.
just like all like the lyrical Nas I love.
Mhm.
And just vibe. I like all that vibey kind of music. The music with substance, but I like Kendrick forever. I was like obsessed with him. I just love
Yes.
the fact that he has a story through everything. You got to go back and listen to it. When you listen to it the third time, you heard a bar you didn't hear
Yep.
the first two, and I just love that kind of setting. And I started actually doing spoken word poetry.
Oh,
When I was
nice.
a teenager, I traveled and performed. So like lyrically, I was just always so trying to take everything so deep.
Mhm. Who would be your dream person to collab with?
Oh my gosh. Literally, I think the only two people in this world that could get me to fangirl is Erica Badu and Lauryn Hill. But I will say,
Okay.
I feel like Cardi B was like it's like my spirit animal.
Okay. Okay, that's not a bad one.
I adore Cardi B. I just love how so like she's so like unapologetically herself. And I
Yeah.
love that. I love that so much. I feel like we're all trying to like meet a certain like status quo. And I just love that she's just like, this me. And you gonna take
Right.
it or leave
Right.
it.
You either gonna like me or you not gonna like me.
Yes. I love that.
And you're from New York originally, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in North Carolina for about half my life. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Well, we got to talk about this new single, Tree. Is it a new single or is it a new album? Is
New
it?
single. Yeah.
Okay.
It dropped November 1st.
Wow. So really recent. How's that been for you?
Good. It's a change. I think I've been more on like the hard body rap scene for a little bit. So I got to
Hmm.
switch it up and sing a little bit, vibe a little bit. It's a fun song. It's like
Yeah,
it's a trippy song. It was kind of, I
I
wanted it
like
to do
it.
its job. Thank you.
I took a listen to it. I really like it, and
Oh, thank
I can
you.
already envision the visuals, so I can't wait for the music or, like, visual album or whatever you decide to, post up. I can't wait to
I'm
see it because
excited
it's a
for the
really good
video.
song. Now we gotta talk about KBGB. You talk about in
Hey.
this song somebody wanting to, talk to you, but they secretly wanna be like you. Tell
Mhm.
us about that.
So, okay. So the song is like really in general about like snaky individuals.
Mhm.
I you like I said, Lauren Hill is like my one of my muses or one of my idols, and she's got frontin' niggas give me heebie jeebies. That's like
Right.
you know what I mean? So it was like kind of one of them like it was a play like kind of off of that, like snaky individuals.
Mm.
Um and just I was going through a lot. Like I said, a lot of people were judging me real heavy, real hard body,
Mhm.
about the place in life that I was. And I had a lot of people that I thought were friends, that were coming around me just to know what was going on with me, and
Right.
really for the only sole purpose to go around and tell everybody else their version of what they had
Mhm.
taken from what I said. Um and so that's kind of where that came from. I
Okay.
got over it. I got tired.
Okay. I
And
like it. I could tell you put all the feels in it, so, you
yeah,
know.
I was yeah.
All right, y'all, we're going to get back into the music. We got the plug segment coming up. We also have a dose of inspo where we're empowering you. We're giving you a dose of inspo because, we're all about, encouraging you all. So let's get back to the music and we'll be right back after the break. Hey, it's your girl Cami Simmons here on the Trensetta Lounge. And joining me this evening is Alicia Marie, music artist representing the Carolinas.
What's
She's pulling up. Yeah, hey girl, she's pulling up to talk about her new single that just came out, Tree, which we just talked about. But I also want to play a game with you, Alicia. You ready? You up for a game?
Let's play. What's up?
Okay, so we're gonna call this game I Got a Question. So we're gonna go through a list of questions, and you just, give me your first thoughts, your first like comments on it, or whatever comes to mind. So
Okay.
here's the first question: what is the craziest DM you've ever had?
I think I get a lot of really weird ones. I think the craziest ones are when people go out of their way to like literally send me pictures. That weirds me out
Ooh,
a lot. Yeah.
okay, yeah, okay, a little too personal.
A little too much. I get more of those than I would like. Yeah.
All right. So, what's the craziest fan encounter that you've had? Because I know you got a lot of fans. I didn't get a chance to read some of the comments under your photos on a lot of things. But like, what's the craziest like encounter, like face to face, in person interaction you've ever had with somebody?
I've never had anything too wild. Most is just like people just like really giving me my flowers.
Okay.
I've been real grateful for, just people coming out their way to just speak to me, but nothing too insane yet.
Okay. What's your biggest pet peeve? Like I know for me, I moved to Atlanta not too long ago, and I hate it when people don't use turning signal. The driving, situation up here is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's my thing too. Or like, okay, so on the note of like driving, if I'm driving and somebody walks out in the middle of the street when I'm real close to passing where they're supposed to walk and they give me
Uh-huh.
one of these,
Uh-uh.
girl, I don't I can't take it. Like,
Uh-uh.
what is this
Don't
supposed
give
to
me the stop sign.
be?
Mm-mm.
It's driving me crazy.
All right. And one last one here. Who is your celebrity crush if you had to choose one?
Ooh. I love me some Idris Elba to be real.
Ooh, I knew that was coming. Everybody
I
loves them
love
some
him.
Idris.
He just looked like he's just built out of like gold. She's just just so
And it's
love.
the accent for me.
Yes, and it's just the fact that he can do it all. Like if you ever
Yeah.
seen him rap, oh my God, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
so
which people
slappy.
forget.
Like
Uh-huh.
I love it, love him.
All right. Well, that was the third half of our interview with music artist Alicia Marie right here in the Trendsetter Lounge. We have more coming up right here on the Trendsetter Lounge on Hits 92.3 and First Class TV right here on Roku. Keep it locked. We'll be right back. All right, let's get back into our interview with music artist Alicia Marie. I'm Kimmy Simmons, and today we have Alicia Marie, artist representing the Carolinas. She's pulling up to talk about her single Tree and just her overall story and just all the awesome things that she has coming up. And speaking of things that she has coming up, what are some projects that folks can look forward to? Do you have some new music, some new events coming up? Let us know how we can, keep tapped in with what you got going on.
I do plan on dropping another single, probably within the next few weeks or so. Um, that along with a video by the end of the year. And I will be at SOBs this weekend
Nice.
in New York. I will be in Brooklyn on the 16th. I'm headlining my first show in Durham
Yay.
at the end of the month. So I'm really excited. Just plan on being booked and busy and all over the place. So if you follow me, I am Alicia Marie Official. I definitely will have flyers and ticket links and all that stuff posted. So definitely just keep an eye out for that.
I love that. And that was my next one was like how can folks keep tapped in with you? I do want to talk really briefly too. I've noticed you've been really active on social media, which I know you were telling our team that that's something that you want to continue to do so that you can reach a broader audience. What would be why did you or I guess it's a two-part question. Why did you decide to start implementing social media into everything that you do as an artist? And why do you think it's so important to implement that into like a strategy, not only for you as an artist, but just like other artists who are in your industry?
The social media thing was kind of hard for me at first, to be honest, because up until this music stuff, I really didn't care about social media. I posted very, very, very little. I would maybe scroll every so often. But I think just because I worked so much, I never really had time to just be on my phone all the time.
Hmm.
So I kind of had to teach myself how to do all of that. And with music, like with the entertainment, field, you kind of have to like tend to that like shallow aspect in people,
Hmm.
where you're like visually like appealing and like entertaining and in people's faces, and I just felt like it was the easiest way to do it at the time because we were still kind of coming in from or out of the pandemic. And then once I started getting more and more used to it, it kind of was just fun and like, girl, now I just love me a voiceover. Like I just
Yeah, voiceovers are
had
funny.
so much fun just like finding a fun voiceover and like acting stuff out. And I think it's like a nice way to introduce a different side to you. Like,
Yeah.
don't take yourself too serious. Like, you're fun, you're
Yeah.
a regular person, but you just following a dream. You know what I mean? And so I think it's cool. It's a cool way to see like all sides to a person. Um,
Yeah.
it's fun.
So does that mean we see acting in the near future anytime soon?
Definitely open to it. I actually did a little voice acting thing not too long ago. Waiting to see what's going on. I know it got piloted to a couple different places.
Hmm.
But that was a lot of fun, and I think yeah, I definitely would be open to it. I'm ready to branch out. I'm trying to be like a whole brand out here. So
I
whatever,
love that.
whatever moves come, I'm with
I
it.
love that. And why not with all the resources that we have? So
Yeah, definitely.
yes. Well, Alicia, thank you so much for joining us in the lounge. This has been great. I love learning your story. Hopefully, you are at home, tapped in.
Hey.
Yes. And to listen to Tree, make sure you go on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes. What else, Alicia?
YouTube,
Okay.
Title, Audio Mac, whatever.
All right. Well, thank you once again for tapping in with us over here at the lounge, Alicia. This has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
All right, you all. Well, we have more coming up right here on First Class TV on Roku, as well as Hits 92.3. You're definitely going to want to stay tuned right here with your girl, Cammie Simmons.